Okay, so thank you very much for being here to this webinar. I'm Cristina Martin, CEO and co-founder of eCustoms, a cloud platform to synchronize global trade. I want to do this webinar as interactive as possible, so please feel free to stop and ask questions, or if you do not have something clear, please let us know in order to do it as interactive as possible. No? Do you continue seeing my screen?
Yeah, good.
Yes? Okay. So, because my computer, I do not know why. Let me share again. Because you are putting the recording, no, Cyprian?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
That's why I cannot see it. Okay. That's perfect now. So I'm going to start sharing with you the problem, the actual process. We have a very complex process and very fragmented on the supply chain. It all starts when a buyer and a seller agrees to purchase some goods. No? First of all, they have to decide how to pay those goods. And this could be very easy, just by a transfer, or much more complicated if they involve the buyer and the seller banks and agree to make a credit letter. No, you know that a credit letter involves a huge amount of papers, no, that is difficult to handle, and it costs delays and lots of money. No, after that they have to decide how to move those goods, and this again could be as easy as to make a simple transport in between the same country, or much more complicated if they involve different means of transport, different countries, different authorities, different customs, different add value services, for example, insurance. And there is a feature that is the freight forwarder, that is the one that recollects all the data normally, not only from the seller part, but also from the buyer side, for finally makes the movement of goods possible, no? And this is a very fragmented process. Why? Because it's paper-based and the systems of the different participants are not connected in between each other.
It's frozen, the share screen.
Oh, sorry. Do you see now?
Yes.
Okay. I do not know why sometimes this happens. Do you see now?
Now it works.
Yes. Okay. So as I commented, those participants are not connected to each other. So this recollection is made paper-based, and also without the systems connected, it's very difficult to trace. No, so the paper documents at the end, it's a nightmare that we suffer on supply chain. So this is the first pain point that we have right now. This sounds familiar to you?
For me, in my case, yeah, it sounds quite familiar. I have been there.
And which kind of solutions do you want to find? I mean, for solving this pain, which kind of solutions do you think are suitable, no, for helping you in your daily work?
Personally, I think it would be great, like to the document, maybe not the original, maybe we can just provide the copy and with a sign and send to the client, and they also have this kind of legal power to receive the product. Yeah.
I think we can help you in that part, because we are issuing electronic documents, and you can share with the hash of blockchain, and also you can check the digital identity of the issuer of this document. I'm trying to help you in that part, no? So I'm going to share again. And we'll continue with the presentation. So till now, we are not very used to collaborate. we are used to compete, no? So this is the first thing that we have to change our mind, no? And I want you to keep one data in mind. 20% of the logistic cost is due to process inefficiencies, no? So we have a wide range of opportunities to improve our processes, no? And that's why we decided to build eCustoms. eCustoms is a cloud platform to synchronize all the participants and the stakeholders on the supply chain, but not in any way. We have 5 principles that are that we are collaborative. We do not need you to change any of your actual stakeholders. We can collaborate in between each other to make the process smoothly. We are global. We can synchronize people around the world without limitations. We are interoperable with your actual system because it's important that you are using now your own systems. We do not need you to change. We need to add capabilities to your actual systems in order to improve your process. We have 2 different ways of using our platform. You can connect via an API with your systems in order to make the data transfer in an automatic way. But we have also developed a web interface. So by only having internet, you have the chance to use our platform, no? And also we are agnostic because we do not want to force nobody to use a specific technology. The customer needs to decide which kind of capabilities they need for their business, no? Because no one but you knows which are your business and which are your problems, no? So we need to be agnostic in that part. Also, we are agnostic in blockchain. What that it means? It means that we do not force you to use a specific blockchain, a public, permissioned, or private, no? So you need to decide also that part. And we are open because once you have the data in our platform, you can share with any party that you want, no? And so based in these 5 principles, we have developed this platform to help you to improve your processes, no? And now I do not want to extend too much in this part, but somehow I want to tell you which is blockchain. Because blockchain, I'm sure you have heard these words lately, and this is not for less. Blockchain is a revolutionary system which will make many of the most tedious and repetitive tasks disappear, no? The world, as is worked today, needs to produce and manage and store a huge amount of certified information at all times, no? Until now, this management has been done by humans with the consequent error rate that comes with doing repetitive tasks manually, no? The proposal of blockchain is that this time of work will be done by computers, incorruptibles, efficient, sacrifice, and faster every day. But we already know what the great weakness of a computer system that is hackable, no? And how blockchain avoid this, not with a super powerful antivirus or not with a powerful firewall. Blockchain protects itself thanks to its own structure and its own architecture, no? And I'm going to explain you what is this protective structure, no? Blockchain means chain of blocks containing information. Each block can contain different type of information, but basically it always contains three things, no? Information related, for example, to a shipment of goods, collection point, place of arrival, packages, kilos. The second is something very important, and it's called hash. The hash is the number of identifier of the block. It is a unique and irreplaceable number. Each one of the block has its own, like a fingerprint, no? And it also has the hash of the previous block. So each block is connected to its predecessor and its successor. Now you can see why it is a chain, no? Because the blocks are creating a chain because they are connected with the predecessor and the successor. Now that we know how blockchain is inside, we can ask ourselves, but why this is unhackable, no? Because of 2 things together. First, the hash, remember, like the fingerprint. And the second, many eyes are watching at the same time. As we said, it is a unique number, the hash of each block, but has a great peculiarity that this number is generated according to a content of the block. That means that if you change the content of a block, the information automatically changes the hash, no? So imagine a piece of a puzzle. This is such information, it will have such a shape, no? If someone changes the information, the shape will also change. So it will no longer fit on the chain and will be invalidated. It is not that there is a single database. Each user of blockchain has a copy. Since many eyes are watching at the same time, if a user alters the information of its copy, for a block, for example, a document, they change any data, the community knows about it, so its version of the database is null and void, no? So that is the difference. The security and the certification of the documents in blockchain is given by the users. It's not given by an institution, it's not given by a bank or by a notary, but it's given by many of the users, no? And how does blockchain capture users, no? You can decide to join the network for two reasons. Simply to use the system, for example, if you are an importer, an exporter, a shipping company, an airline, or a ministry, and or the second chance to do something more attractive, to create new blocks for the chain, no? Surely you have heard about the miners. Many blockchain participants are not there to use the services of the systems, and they only want to make one thing, that is create new blocks. As data is uploaded from a process, in your case a shipment, for example, there is a need to store that information in a new block, no? And to add a new block for the change, you have to solve a very complex mathematical algorithm, and this is solved with the use of powerful computers, no? And the miners put their processors to full speed to solve it, no? When they think they have solved, the rest of the community verifies that the solution is correct, and if it is, the new block is added to the chain. The information is consolidated and the chain is made, no? And there are two other important concepts that I want you to know. First of all is the gas, that is the miner's reward, and the smart contract, which are the computer programs that, using the information stored in these blocks, perform tasks in an automatic way. Such, for example, once the good has arrived to the port and has summary declaration, proceed to set the data to customs to make the customs clearance. With blockchain, it will be impossible to falsify the origin of the food or hide if the cold chain has been broken during the transport. In short, it is about storing information with many eyes watching that makes it difficult for the information to be falsified. So blockchain is therefore more than a database. It is an information storage system outside of the conventional system, a tool to generate transparency and veracity in the data that we use every day, no? And why is blockchain and where blockchain is used? In supply chain, we have several pain points. We have traceability pain point, security, scalability, and automation. And that's why blockchain is perfect for the supply chain, because it gives immutability, authentication, decentralization, and you can automate processes, no? Any question till here? No? Okay, so let's continue. Yes? Well, let's continue. So, how can we collaborate and share information? In eCustoms, we have developed the data governance to be used by our customers. You decide what to share, when, and to whom. And I'm going to show you with an example that I think is the better way to show you, no, in practice. And we have developed two different concepts. One is the magic link. You can invite any kind of stakeholders, even if they do not know nothing about the customs. You only put their email, and we send